Good morning, students. A warm welcome to our history class. Children, we are going to begin with a new chapter today. Chapter 12, India Gains Independence in our history class. As we already know, that the significant movements like the Quit India movement, armed struggle movement led by the Indian National Army, and the revolt by the armed forces intensified the freedom struggle and forced British to end their rule and give independence to India. Thus, the British began drafting various plans to give independence to India in a systematic way. Let us learn about these plans and find out how the British ended their rule and declared India a free nation in today's module. When the Indian National Congress Party was established, both the Hindus and Muslim leaders joined the party and worked unitedly towards the common objective of serving the nation. But the British adopted the divide and rule policy to break this unity, which resulted into the formation of an independent party of the Muslims called the Muslim League. Not only the Muslim leaders made an independent party, but the demand to have an independent nation for Muslims was also put forward by them. Dr. Muhammad Iqbal was the first person who put forth the thought of an independent Muslim state, and Chaudhry Rahmat Ali coined the name Pakistan for that nation. Children, it was Barrister Muhammad Ali Jinnah who put forward the two nation theory, that is, partitioning India into India and Pakistan, on behalf of the representatives of the Muslim League in front of the British. Though the Indian National Congress did not favor this partition, the Muslim League remained stubborn. It is very important to understand this background before learning about the plans and proposals made by the British for granting independence to India. Now, let us learn about the plans put forward by the British, beginning with the Wavell Plan. Lord Wavell, the Viceroy of India, drew up a plan in June 1945. According to some of its provisions, equal representation to the Muslims, Dalits, and the minorities were suggested in the central and provincial legislatures. An equal number of Hindu and Muslim members for Viceroy's Executive Council. A meeting of all the majority parties was organized in Shimla to consider the provisions of the Wavell Plan. In the meeting, Barrister Jinnah insisted that only the Muslim League should have the right to suggest the names of the Muslim representatives to the Viceroy's Executive Council, to which the Congress showed objection. Thus, the Wavell Plan could not be successful, children. Let us now know about the Cabinet Mission. The British Prime Minister Attlee clarified that the Indian people would be given the right to draft their own constitution. He also stated that the issue of minorities will not come in their way. Thus, a cabinet of the British ministers was made to put forth England's plans in front of India, which came to be known as the Cabinet Mission. Some of the provisions of this cabinet mission were not acceptable to the Congress leaders, whereas the Muslim League rejected the proposals because there was no provision of independent state for the Muslims. Thus, even the cabinet mission was not fully accepted. Since the demand for Pakistan was not being fulfilled, the Muslim League decided for direct action, children. Accordingly, 16th August 1946 was declared to be observed as Direct Action Day by the Muslim League. The followers of the Muslim League took violent recourse to get their demands fulfilled. There were Hindu Muslim riots in various parts of the country. There were massacres in the Noakhali region in the province of Bengal. To stop this violence, Gandhiji went to Bengal to establish peace there without caring about his own life. He tried his best to establish peace there, children. Meanwhile, Lord Wavell established the interim government, making Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru as the head of this government. Children, an interim government is a temporary government that lasts for a short while until a permanent government is formed. The Muslim League initially denied to participate in the interim government, but later participated in it with a motive of obstructing the functioning of the interim government. Thus, the interim government could not work smoothly. Now, let us know about the Mountbatten Plan, which was finally accepted, and the Indian Independence Act that was passed. The Mountbatten Plan and the Indian Independence Act. An announcement was made by England's Prime Minister Attlee that the British government would leave its authority on India before June 1948. Lord Mountbatten prepared a plan of creation of India and Pakistan as two independent nations. The Indian National Congress had no desire to separate nations, while the Muslim League was firm to have its own state as Pakistan. With no choice left, the Indian National Congress accepted the plan. The Indian Independence Act was passed in the British Parliament on 18 July 1947 on the basis of Mountbatten Plan. According to the Act, two independent nations, India and Pakistan, will come into existence on 15 August 1947. Even the British hold over the princely states also will come to an end. The Act offered the princely states the right to merge either in India or in Pakistan or remain independent. Children, after so many years of slavery and sacrifice by thousands of martyrs, India finally got independence from the British. The dream of an independent India was going to be realized. And do you know, children, people in large number had gathered in the hall of the Parliament House in Delhi on the midnight of 14th August 1947 to witness the unfurling of the tricolour flag, which was to be done at the stroke of the midnight hour. What a proud and memorable moment it would have been. But unfortunately, the joy was combined with grief. The grief over the partition of the Hindus and the Muslims, and the brutal bloodshed that had taken place after the partition. Gandhiji tried very hard to maintain peace there. He always worked to preserve the Hindu Muslim unity. Even after partition, he considered Muslims as their own and never shown hatred towards them. But sadly, within 6 months of attainment of freedom, Gandhiji was assassinated by Nathuram Godse on 30th January 1948. Children, after the independence, many princely states joined India, but India had faced issues with some princely states. We are going to learn about them in our next lesson. Thank you.